and welcome back to The Biased Cut. Today, we're going to be doing a little bit of a period drama deep dive. So really just going into some of our favorite period dramas. Well, our favorite costuming from period dramas, I would probably say. Because some of this clothing is so beautiful, and not everything is Bridgerton. There's really good costuming out there. Sorry, slight dunk on Bridgerton. I mean, we had a whole hit piece on Bridgerton.
Yeah, check that out.
You can check that.
We'll put it in the corner. Click the little info button.
But really just going into like all of our favorite costuming from period dramas. Hopefully you can't hear the dogs yelling in the background.
Once again, if you watch our videos, you just have to accept the fact that you will hear M's 3 dogs.
You're gonna hear the dogs. They won't shut up. And they're also really excited about period dramas costuming. So grab yourself a little snack, grab yourself something to drink, always stay hydrated, and let's dive into our favorite period drama costumes.
I have chosen to talk about The Great. One of my favorite shows, just full stop. I think it's a great show. But a quick synopsis for anyone who doesn't know what this is about. It is very loosely based on the life of Catherine the Great. I say very loosely. The poster itself says almost an entirely untrue story. So this is not, like, they are not attempting to be historically accurate. So all you history buffs, don't yell at me if there's something wrong. It's not my fault, okay?
Also, that's a good place to say all three of us don't really care all that much about historical accuracy.
Nah,
as long as it
really
makes sense and you're having fun, like, whatever.
Yeah, like, we appreciate it for sure, but like, that's not what you need. That's not what you need to have a good time.
No.
So real rough synopsis is essentially a royal woman moves to Russia in the 18th century to marry the emperor, and she later stages a coup and becomes the emperor of Russia. Yay.
Yay!
It stars Elle Fanning and Nicholas Hoult.
Incredible.
Iconic duo.
We love. The costume designer for season 1 is Emma Fryer, and then for season 2 and 3 it's Sharon Long. My favorite costumes are in the last 2 seasons, but not because the costumes in season 1 are bad. It's just because I just think they had more budget and they were having more fun in the later 2 seasons. Also just story-wise.
Yeah, definitely.
I've started off with my favorite look of the whole show, which is her coronation look. Oh, it's just so good. It's so yummy.
They did not skimp anywhere with bedazzlement, extravagance, and excess, and I love it.
Like the massive bow in her hair. That's
Literally
so unnecessary. I love it. And is this
It looks just
historically accurate?
beautiful.
No. Of course it's not.
No, but who cares?
Who cares?
It's close
Who
enough.
cares?
Boo,
And
who
I
cares?
did include who cares. So this is a portrait of the real Catherine the Great from around 1780s. I don't think it's a coronation look at all. It's just a gold look that is similar. I think, they kept the important bits. She's got her fun crown. And I will say, from my very, very brief research, at this time, jewelry was a very big thing for Russian court.
Yeah.
Like, they were really loving their jewels.
Yes.
That was as important as the rest of the ensemble. And I think that they captured that in this look. I mean, even the hair
100%.
has pearls in it.
Can I say, though, I wish they would have done the draping off of the headpiece.
Yeah.
I would
I
agree.
think that would have looked really good.
I would
they
agree.
really killed that.
And I think this is a good example, not to bring up Bridgerton again.
We have to leave them be.
A good example of having maximalist looks but not looking cheap.
Yes. 100%.
Oh, and we'll be seeing a lot of
100%.
that throughout this episode.
Shots fired, and rightly so.
I mean, listen, there is like some questionable things. The weird, like the hem. You can't even call it the hem because it's like the top of 20 inches.
It's like a little, just like a chunk of fabric.
Yeah.
It's like,
which is
It's
odd
not
to me.
draping very nicely, but
Well, I do think I'm not sure if she's pregnant in this.
Oh.
Or not. The character. It might be. She might technically be pregnant. But speaking of pregnancy, season 2 is mostly maternity wear.
maternity
maternity wear.
And I love that because you so rarely see that in period pieces.
Yes.
Oh, so rarely.
Definitely.
And it still looks cute as heck. I love this.
She looks
the
so
look
cute.
of her,
She
like
can
sitting
just
up-
rock anything.
She really can.
She's just adorable.
Sitting by the tree with her little footsies out, the pink
Mhm.
petticoat. It's so
Mhm.
cute. And there is a photo of her in a corset or stays. I don't know what the correct term is, but with the belly.
Oh,
and
I
don't know if this is probably not historically accurate at all. I still think it looks cute.
It looks cute.
It
Yeah.
looks cute.
I also feel like if anything, it shows the like discomfort or constraints that a pregnant woman might have at this time with clothing. Like it might not be like they actually wore this, but it shows that like level of discomfort or the like the
just
workarounds.
look how ridiculous this
exactly.
is.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah.
But also, I think it does show that women were still wearing undergarments when they were
Yeah.
pregnant. I think there's this idea that corsets would like compress the belly, or like it would be harmful for a pregnant woman, but they just made the corsets to work around
yeah.
the belly, as far as I know. Right? I'm not sure. But
Yeah.
they
Depends
weren't
on
squishing
the
their
person.
babies. I don't know. I just like seeing historical women like showing the range of bodies in like period dramas as well.
You don't see like pregnant bodies very often in media at
No.
all, I think. And especially like in this photo, like seeing like a pregnant belly like just out, I think
Yeah.
is very rare, and I think that's really cool.
Yeah.
I feel like it's almost like they like hide away and then come back with children.
Exactly.
Like it's part of life.
Yeah.
It
Everyone,
is part of life.
not everyone
it's a
does
big
it,
part
but
of-
everyone came from it. So
Everyone does it to an
See.
extent. Shout out to you, seahorses.
I'm not drunk enough for this. Okay. I also like it's a huge part of the character's storyline. I mean, she is pregnant for the majority of the season, and also it's a big part of her power because she's married into this family. So she's completely unfamiliar with Russian court and Russian etiquette, and she's treated like an outsider, and she has no power. And then her becoming pregnant obviously means that she's carrying the heir, which in turn means that she has some kind of power in the situation.
Yeah.
And I like that they reflected that in the costume as well. I think it's
yeah.
cute. Like she's still
definitely.
busy. She's still doing everything, even though she's pregnant.
Yeah.
Like she is
She's
not.
got stuff to do.
She has got stuff to do. She's got so much stuff to do. Miss Catherine comes in season 1 and she's wearing a lot of pastels and she's like, la-di-da, life is a fairy tale, everything is wonderful. And then she realizes life is shit and actually her husband's insane. So by the end of the season, you get this gorgeous bright pink gown that was in all of the season 1 posters. I just love it. It looks so good on camera.
It really
And
does.
it's also just like such a stark difference from everyone else and all of the surroundings. This is also a very, as far as I can tell, French gown. Like feels quite European to me as opposed to,
I definitely think so.
which tracks for her. I mean, it's the same silhouette as most of her other dresses in season 1. Like the butter yellow one above is pretty much the same dress, isn't it?
It's like, yeah.
It's just the color
fabrics.
change.
Yeah.
But it is kind of the whole dichotomy in this show is Russianness versus like European and kind of progress and modernity, which I'm sure has its problems. I feel like there's something problematic in that. But I do think it's cool to see her in a different style to the rest of the ladies. And I love that she's wearing these little socks and shoes. That's so stinking cute.
Yeah.
You literally
Well,
don't
see-
see that in any of the actual shots in the
Literally.
show. But the fact that they took the time to do that.
Just the thought and care in every
Yeah.
little detail. Like they were having a great time over there.
Exactly.
I feel like oftentimes shoes and like stockings and stuff like that are like overlooked in period pieces, but there are so many beautiful historical shoes that I would love to see that are so beautiful. Or I mean, like Bridgerton, you could just do a pump. You could just do a little stiletto.
Pop. Oh my god, can you imagine? Can you imagine if they came out just fully like
They
In a
they
Louboutin.
have they not?
They
Have
did,
they?
yeah. Yeah, in the
oh yeah,
last season.
oh my god, yeah, I forgot.
They
Like,
fully
the
just
shoe
had like
is
a
like-
Louboutin.
They had
The
a
shoe
whole
is like a
closet
main
of them.
plot point, and they're like, look at, she wore my shoe and she's got like a Louboutin, or what is it?
Literally, it's like a
The
Louboutin.
way
yeah.
I wiped that from my memory.
Honestly,
you
I can't
throw-
get it out of my memory.
Yeah.
If you
It's a
scroll back
plot
up
point.
again, you'll see some cool boots that Nicholas Hoult is wearing. I love these.
What a beautiful
look.
family.
That.
I love them.
Yeah, what a beautiful fact. Gosh dang.
The kid's dressed like a lizard. Like, what is it?
Love it.
I love it with little horns.
Yeah, it's stunning. Oh, it's gorgeous. And I think it is a nod to the kind of Eastern European Russian folk costumes.
Yeah, like
Ooh,
traditional costumes.
yeah. I'm
Yeah.
so sorry I don't know the correct, because also this is probably not based on any like actual historical garments, so I don't know exactly what verbiage to use. But it's
I was
just nice
Taking
to see
pieces from a lot of things.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because this looks very similar to some like Hungarian traditional costumes and like Ukrainian and kind of like Belarusian, like some of those kind of like border areas.
Yeah. I think it's just cool to bring in different textiles, because most of her dresses are pretty either plain or just floral, like the kind of chintzy floral-y look. It's nice to see stronger fabric isn't the right word, but
Like a heavier fabric.
yeah,
Kind
heavier
of like more like
and, like,
embroidered and woven.
yeah,
Yeah.
different techniques coming in. I love the
Yes.
red frog knots. They're not frog knots, but I don't know what to call them.
Closures.
The closures, yeah. I
Yeah.
just love
And
the
the
contrast
fur
of that with the green.
trim.
The fur. One thing this show does
So good.
well is the fur, and I'm gonna assume it's all faux fur. I think it's crossed. It's all faux fur.
Probably. And
Or
it
maybe
looks
it's, like, repurposed
expensive.
It does
Yeah.
look expensive.
It
Yeah.
does. Yeah.
And you're right. They probably made these themselves. Like, I'm sure everything
Yeah.
is made for the show. Outerwear. This show does it so well. The jackets and the coats.
Oh,
And the little cape.
beautiful.
And
Yeah.
Oh, I love it so much. This white and red jacket. Everything is just so well tailored. Again, not to throw Bridgerton in here again, but I'm just saying. I'm just saying you can tailor dresses to look good.
It's just a little extra added effort that really honestly like can change the way a garment looks. And I feel like
Yeah.
a lot of Bridgerton dressing, it's like if they just tailored it, I probably actually wouldn't have that much of an issue with some of them, you know?
But I just love the fabrics that they use here. There's like all of the satins and like the silks just look so I want to touch it.
Yeah.
The cape, I need this cape. I need this baby blue cape.
It's
Yeah.
so beautiful.
Oh, she looks so dreamy. I love it.
Truly.
She's so pretty. Sorry.
so
I'm just like,
She's so pretty.
goodness.
How
The
fancy
makeup
is that
team
girl?
really did a great job too. Like
The hair
she's like
and the
an
soft
angel.
makeup, it just looks so gorgeous.
I like
And
with
then-
the makeuping or the makeup for when she's like pregnant. I love that they really like emphasize the like redness in her face of like
Yeah.
like literally just like being pregnant and like overheating, just
Yeah.
like being hot and like kind
Flushed
of
and-
uncomfortable
yeah.
and flushed. Like I think that's just that's so smart to make to like show that discomfort, because I feel like when you see pregnancy in television, they all like pregnant women or pregnant people often just look like perfect, like everything is fine.
Yeah.
Costume design, hair, makeup, it all is part of storytelling, people.
It really
Yes.
is.
I included a photo of Gillian Anderson as Catherine's mum.
Love
just
her.
because love her.
And also because that jacket, like
The jacket, the
come
hat.
on with the
The
hat.
hat.
That's
Are we
sick.
joking?
Also incredibly tailored. This jacket. She looks
Incredibly
great.
tailored. Yeah. Oh,
And a
it's beautiful.
gorgeous silk. A gorgeous silk. Another cape. This pretty pink cape. Oh, it's so pretty.
So dainty and cute with the
Frolicking in a
yellow.
meadow.
So pretty. It's just, and it doesn't look childish, or it doesn't look
No.
like, I don't know.
Well, it's trying to
like
draw
tacky.
in like a, I don't want to, I hate the word innocent, but you know, like a childlike
naivety
vibe, but
or-
without
yeah.
looking, but it doesn't look, she doesn't look like a little girl. Like
Yeah.
they found that line really well.
And I also just like how they let her keep softness whilst also showing her as
Yes.
a powerful figure.
100%. I think that that's a through line, really.
Yeah,
Guys,
and
I
I-
think this might be the perfect show.
100%.
It
It
one
is
of my
the perfect
favorites.
period piece.
I think it
will
might
say.
be as we're talking about it.
It's just so good. It's so good. Peter's outfits are kind of crazy, not gonna lie. But I do think they complement Elle Fanning's character really well. I really love this moment. The blue and these earthy browns and stuff, but it's so harmonious as one.
Mm-hmm.
Also, just the fur trimmed coat, so good.
Oh, it's so
The
beautiful.
dream. Like brown and blue looks so gorgeous.
It looks so good.
To end, I just included some portrait. This is another portrait of Catherine the Great. She was doing a lot. She was. But actually, I think historically she wasn't super into luxury. She kind of was more conservative in that way. So that is kind of a departure that the show makes because obviously the costumes are... Well, even saying that, I mean, like, for a queen, they're not that crazy. So maybe it is in line with that. I don't know. I also just included this last portrait. It's in a completely different time period and a completely different person, but I just love this portrait. It's stunning.
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
And I think it shows how much jewelry was a big part of Russian aristocracy. All right, folks, that's me done.
Beautiful.
Beautiful, we made it. Go watch The Great.
Go watch The Great, guys.
Hello. My name is Ludwig Wittgenstein. I am a prodigy.
Up next is Wittgenstein from 1993. It's a dark comedy that's like loosely based on the life of Ludwig Wittgenstein, who was a philosopher in like the early 1900s. He was Austrian, but he did like a bunch of his studies in Cambridge and then ultimately taught at Cambridge. So spent a lot of his life in the UK. It's not told in like a traditional setting, or it's not shot in a traditional setting. So it's behind an entirely black backdrop to kind of like almost be like a play. Kind of. It's costumed by Sandy Powell and has some of the most iconic outfits. Tilda Swinton comes again in these like crazy multicolor feathered pieces that are just so vibrant and excessive and silly, and it works so well. And then when I did more research into it, it really, like, the character, so her character is meant to be Lady Adeline Morel, who was basically just like an aristocrat at the same time as Ludwig was like in Cambridge, and their paths crossed because they were kind of in like a similar literary artistic circle and a very queer literary artistic circle. So Lady Adeline was believed to have had a romance with none other than Virginia Woolf.
Miss Ginny was getting around, you guys.
And then Ludwig was believed to be a homosexual.
A homosexual
man. So she was in kind of like an open marriage. Her and her husband, he kind of had affairs. She had affairs. They got into the relationship knowing that it would be an open marriage. So it's possible that it was a lavender marriage. Who's to say? But I think they were just kind of open. She lived a really interesting life. So she started off in like a very like closed, confined bubble. She didn't have any, like, she didn't interact with any kids her age growing up. She just had her nanny and governess, and then basically like had to come out to society when she was 19, was kind of forced to, and then like went back into her like solitude and got like super religious. And then her brother was like, you need to go travel the world, like get out of your bubble. And so she like went,
you're getting weird.
No, literally. It kind of seems like that's what happened. And apparently she like, every source that I found was like she dressed so drab in her like religious kind of arc. And then she like traveled the world, had fun, came back, and all of a sudden she got married to her husband and just started dressing crazy, and she started dyeing her hair purple. She just kind of like went wild. And looking through the like archival pictures of her, she also ultimately became a photographer too, so she like got into the arts in that way. You see where Sandy Powell and the team found their inspiration for the costume design. Really like that big feather hat that she wears. You can see where they're finding, or why the reasons why they, made all of her outfits kind of these like big, massive hats. At times, it looks like they kind of made like cowboy hats with feathers. It's kind of crazy, but it like makes sense and it's fun. And I feel like for something that's meant to be kind of like a dark comedy, avant-garde, kind of like strange, it's not really based in much reality. And it's also based on like the life of a philosopher. I feel like you can see that like 90s influence as well as like even like 70s, 80s influence in the decisions that they're making for the costume. And so it's so, I don't know, I love seeing costume design like this where has nothing to do really all that much with like historical accuracy. They're more just like taking like vibes that they get from the historical characters and they like make it into what people in 1990 would be like, whoa, that's sick. Like, I love that. Yeah, I just love it. It's such a fun costuming for a movie. And also Lady Adeline had some pretty iconic looks, I will say. So that's Wittgenstein. Go watch it.
So for mine, I chose The Phantom of the Opera, the 2004 adaptation of the Broadway musical. So The Phantom of the Opera is a book, and then they made a musical. Andrew Lloyd Webber. It's kind of, I think it's his magnum opus. I think it's the best thing he's ever made, this one.
Well,
I don't know. Is that a hot take? Let me know.
I have no idea.
I don't think it is. So there's a book. Andrew Lloyd Webber made a musical. And then they made a movie. The musical was made in the 80s, and like you can definitely tell the music is very of that time, which I love. Like it's very like rock. There's a lot of synth. It's a good time. But it's set in the 1880s, I think 1881. If you don't know, it's about a little ballet dancer in Paris who is kind of groomed / we don't really know, taught to sing by this man in the walls who she thinks is her angel of music that her father sent for her. But spoiler alert, it's really just like a creepy guy in the basement. Who's pretending to be her dad or an angel sent from her dad and teaching her to sing. And so then this angel, this phantom, the show starts with him. He does things to panic the leading lady, and don't worry, she can fill in this girl. So it's like her rice. This movie is not historically accurate at all, really at all. But I still love it because it is like a maximalist's dream come true. It's beautiful. Have you guys seen this movie?
I have not.
I don't think I have either. I think I've just seen stills from it.
Let me take you through this. Let me take you through this because this is like, this movie is, so it's a musical, of course, it's a romance. It's like kind of got elements of gothic horror. It's directed by Joel Schumacher, who is really good at that. Like, it's not a horror movie by any means, but it's like a little, it's kind of dark. I think that this movie walked so that Wuthering Heights could fall flat on its face. Like, I think this is like what they were kind of trying to do with that, but this I think did it really well. I like it. It's weird. It's really weird, but I love it. So Christine Daae, our young ballerina turned leading lady, is played by Emmy Rossum. She was 17, I believe, a child. Gerard Butler plays the Phantom. Kind of a questionable choice singing wise, but he's got the presence for it. And then we have our Viscount Raoul de Chagny, who is played by Patrick Wilson, plays him, and he does a great job too. So this first still is Emmy Rossum doing her first show, her first performance. It's her first go. Her first performance, thank you. As her leading lady, she's singing Think of Me. It's beautiful. There's a whole transition scene. You just got to go watch it. It's really great. This is not, so there's actually, I kind of want to do a separate video on this because I don't want to get into it now. The musical costumes did not really, or the film costumes really did not draw from the musical at all, which I think was an interesting choice. Like, we don't see any really inspiration there throughout. So the costumes, if I didn't say already, are by Alexandra Byrne. And for this dress, this is Christine's big moment. She based it off of this portrait of Empress Elizabeth of Austria, which is such a beautiful portrait. One of my favorites. They did the stars in the hair. Let me tell you guys, this movie came out in 2004. It was so important to me as a small child. I went triple platinum in my house. And I thought that like she was a Disney princess and the stars in the hair
looks
were
like a
really
Disney
selling
princess.
it.
Yeah.
I love this portrait though. It's just gorgeous. The dress is gorgeous. Yeah. And it did Christine's dress is more of a white and it's got some gold accents on it. But they went all out with it. They gave her the big skirts, they gave the layers, like it's a big moment. Moving forward, I also really, really love her masquerade dress, this pink one here on the next page.
Fun.
Isn't it so fun? So here's the thing about the 1880s. This wasn't really what they were, isn't totally what they were doing, but in like the latter half of the 19th century, they were bustling. And this dress, it bustles.
It bustles. It double bustles.
It double bustles. It's gorgeous. The flowers, like they were just like no expense was spared for this. Like they just
truly
kept throwing things at it, kept making it bigger. Oh, I love this dress. And then here, so this is Minnie Driver plays Carlotta, and she is the original leading lady, the prima donna who gets scared out, and she's, not gonna go down without trying. And she is, again, costume is storytelling. She's the prima donna. She's been at this opera house for who knows how long. Christine disappears for a little while because the Phantom takes her down to her lair, and they're like, well, now we don't have a leading lady. And so they have to woo her back in. And after she had gotten scared by the Phantom earlier, they have to bring her back. And they're winning her over with shoes and garments and incredible things. And you see this all here. Again, I love it. Just doing everything that they could possibly have done. It's crazy.
Truly.
It's fun. It's gaudy. It's like gaudiness just for the sake of gaudiness, which I think is so fun. And then the last one here is the Phantom. Gerard Butler, again, was an interesting choice. And I feel like though he gets a lot of hate for it, but honestly, it's like, I don't know who else could have done it. It's such a crazy role to take on. If you know who else could have done it, let me know.
Yeah, sound off in the comments.
And he's not great, but it's such a hard role.
It's a difficult role, yeah.
And like there are so many men on Broadway who have done this and devoured it and been incredible for it. Ramin Karimlo is my favorite Phantom. He's the best Phantom. Personally, I think he's the one on the 25th anniversary soundtrack. Incredible. He could have done it. He could have done it. He's in this film, funny enough. When Christine has this little portrait of her father, it is him. But we know how these things work. You need a star. And that's how it goes. So this is him coming down at the masquerade ball. He comes down to be scary and threaten everyone. He is here in the red death mask, wearing red, symbolic of danger. Yeah, I love it. I think it's so fun. It's a masquerade, so it's a costume party, and he's
Does it have a train?
It has a train, yes.
That's so cool.
That's pretty
There's
sick,
a little bit
honestly.
of a train to it. And yeah, that's not the only costumes from this film, but those are some of my favorites. And while I have this platform and we're talking about the Phantom of the Opera, I need them to make a new movie. It's time. It's been 22 years. Rachel Zegler's right there. She can sing it. But again, who could play the Phantom? I don't know. The problem is the role of the Phantom, like it's like a deep belting musical role. Like if you've heard Music of the Night, you've got to sing.
Yeah.
I've heard people toss around Jonathan Bailey. I think he's a great singer. I love him. He's not a Phantom. He's a Raoul. Make him be Raoul. I'd love that.
And also, he's not the only
he's not the only man.
Exactly.
Exactly. Grab someone from Broadway. There's plenty of people who could do it. The show's actually not even on Broadway anymore.
Exactly.
Yeah, but there's plenty of people who could do it. Yeah, you got Rachel's star power. Studio executives don't like her either. But here's what I do want from it. I need an adaptation of this movie to redeem Raoul in the way that like Little Women 2019 did for Amy. So this is the big scary Phantom, and spoiler alert, she leaves him at the end and goes with her Viscount and lives happily ever after with her Viscount. But people have this weird idea that no, she should stay with the man who groomed her, the Phantom. Like, people...
No.
Yeah, weird.
No.
And it's like, no. No. She should go be with her Viscount and live happily ever after. That is the right choice. Stop. I think to get someone like Jonathan Bailey in on that role, that could finally set people straight.
That's true. Anyway, that's very true.
I veered away. I love those costumes. I love that movie.
Yeah, it's beautiful costuming. I love that pink dress. The like extravagance with the double bustle. I'm like, yeah.
The double bustle is crazy. It's crazy that we were doing that at some point because that looks dumb as hell.
It looks dumb as hell, but it's fun.
I love it.
On TikTok, Makara Tours, our fave Makara Tours, she based her dress off of this. I hope she's okay.
She ended up in the hospital.
Oh my goodness.
The day before her wedding, I was so sad.
Yeah.
I was so looking forward to it. I was like, oh my God, ready for her wedding. I knew, because thing is, I knew her dress wasn't going to be my taste personally, but she was so excited about it. I was so excited.
She based some of it off of this bustle. She recreated this specific bustle.
And then she's like, guys, I had a bowel obstruction and had to have emergency surgery.
Like the night before her wedding. Like the night
that's
like morning of. It's so awful.
All of this to say costuming can be fun, guys. It doesn't have to be boring, and it also doesn't have to be historically accurate to have fun.
Accurate to have value.
To have fun.
Yeah. So give costume designers more budget. They need more money.
Yes.
So they can do more fun things.
Let them be artistic collaborators with the directors. Let them be a part of the process. And give them money. So let us know in the comments below what some of your favorite period dramas are and some of the costuming that you love.
And who you think could play the Phantom now.
Yeah.
Let me know.
I'm
looking for ideas.
Who's a scary man in Hollywood? I think all of them. But and if you enjoyed watching, subscribe, follow us, like and do all of the things.
You can go watch our Bridgerton episode.
Yes, watch our Bridgerton episode.
We'll put it up there in the corner.
And incoming for some future episode, we might talk about the Titanic because we have a Titanic expert on staff here.
Some may even say she was on the Titanic in a past life.
Stay tuned and we will see you next week. Bye-bye.
Bye.